Hey guys, how's it going? It's Darren West here, coming to you from sunny Sausalito. Yeah, I had to get out of the house today. I've been in the house for 2 days straight, kind of trying to come up with content for the new course that I'm building to basically help men who are kind of stuck right now. We've been in quarantine for almost 2 weeks now, and I've just been racking my brain. I've been on some forums on people that are really struggling, man, that have they have an alcohol addiction that is really being brought to light, having to be in quarantine. And it just really made me think about, I've been sober for 15 years now, and I've really been thinking about what would it have been like if I would have been in quarantine, if I was at my height of drinking. And I can assure you that I would have been in hell, especially if I had to be around other people, because I really don't think, I know people knew that I was an alcoholic. I knew I was an alcoholic, but I still functioned reasonably well. But I really don't think that anybody really knew how much I drank. At the end there, I was drinking in the morning. I had to get up and drink in the morning to be able to function. I was shaking so bad. Honestly, looking back at it now, it's a little shameful, honestly. I just can't even imagine what some men are going through that have, and women. I'm really making this course for men just because I know that that's who I can speak to and just really be honest about, because basically that's really what getting sober is all about, is being honest with yourself and being honest with what you need to do to change your life. There's a saying that says nothing changes without change, or nothing changes if nothing changes, and that's so true, because I just know that I had to change everything when I got sober. Literally everything. And I just know that a lot of people are struggling with that right now, not only with alcohol, but with drugs. And so I just really, this last 2 weeks has really brought me into a light where I know that I can help people. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a 28-day course that is going to take men through a 28-day program without having to check into rehab, basically. I know for me, I saw one of my friends that got sober, and I hadn't seen him in a while, and I saw him and I was like, what are you doing, dude? You look good, everything's going good. And he was so stoked. And I asked him, and he said, yeah, I've been going to AA. And I was like, oh, AA, I'd heard about it. I didn't know anything about it, except basically that's the last place that I was going to go, But I had come to a point where I was like, man, I need to change. Something has to change, So I made a decision to go to a meeting. And after that meeting, it basically kept me from getting sober for probably 2 more years. I was not into it at all. I didn't dig the God thing. I didn't dig the whole vibe. People, to me, it was kind of like an act. They were all so happy and blah, blah, blah. And I really wasn't that happy at the time, So, I can't say that AA is the thing that kept me from not drinking, because basically AA saved my life in the long run. But honestly, I just think men have a hard time admitting that they have a problem, for one, and then honestly knowing what to do about it. AA is the only thing that anybody ever tells you, that helps. And I agree to a certain extent, but I want to create a program that will do the same thing without having to do, it's going to be a lot of the principles that AA teaches. And, there's really no way around that, because AA is really the only proven thing that people can say, oh, I have this program that that promises to keep you sober. Maybe it does, maybe they work, but for me the fundamentals from AA works. But I just, for the first part, I just could not get into the God thing. That was the thing that really deterred me from, you know, taking the leap at first. And I just don't I don't want that to be a hurdle for people, because I think a lot of people just don't have that mentality to begin with. You know, they're not going to put their trust in something that they don't believe in. And so, you know, I'm not really sure how it's going to happen. I know that I'm going to start posting on Instagram and start posting places with different content, just to see if, you know, some men would be interested in doing something like this. This would be like the prototype, but I think it can help a lot of people. I've gone through a lot. I have a good story, you know. I mean, I can't call it a good story, but I have a story that I think will resonate with a lot of men and help them. And that's my goal. That's my only goal, is to help people change their lives. You know, some people just get lost along the way, and I think, you know, through your 30s, 40s, and into your 50s or whatever, wherever you're at, this can help, you know. So I'm just going to keep posting stuff like this and try and do it on a daily basis, and hopefully, you know, you guys have some reaction to it, or, you know, some insight, maybe give me some things that you'd like to know about, or things that would help you, or maybe someone that you know or love. And let's get this thing rocking. Let's change some lives, right? Darren West coming to you from Sausalito, and I'll talk to you soon.